Hey geeks, this is Heather Capel from Mamaroneck, New York. When I'm not directing 120 children in a production of Aladdin Jr. or watching YouTube videos of all the Magic Kingdom rides with my kids Lucas and Spencer, I go geekin' on Walt Disney World with Curtis, Lindsay, and the whole geekin' family.
Hey Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 404 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, super geek and contributor to the podcast via patreon.com, Elise Riggle shares her soloish trip to Disney World at the Grand Destino Tower. Well, I've been chatting with Disney World fans and geeks like Elise for over 7 years. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I started the podcast with my daughter, Lindsay. We began the podcast talking about our Disney World trips, and then we brought on our Disney geeks, the listeners of the podcast, to tell their trip stories. And our listeners, they're so positive, caring, and generous. We encourage a family atmosphere here on the show. And before too long, they started calling me the Podfather, and I continued to bring you, the listeners, on to tell your Disney World stories. We'd love for you to join our Geekin' family. We have an amazing private discussion group on Facebook. Search for the Geekin' on WDW family in Facebook. It's a group. Look for the group, not a page, on Facebook. Answer a few questions. We'll get you into our private Facebook group. That's the place where you can connect with us, ask your questions, share your trip pictures, engage with us. We're one of the best Disney groups on the internet. We're independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge also. So whether you're new to Disney World or you'd like to chat with us about your Disney trip ideas, we'd love to be your travel guides. We'll help you book your room, your dining reservations, and many of our listeners love to book their trips with Mama and Auntie Judy. You can contact them via email, travelandtiaras@gmail.com. Look at the show notes. That's where you'll see our emails. You can get a hold of Mama and Judy at travelandtiaras@gmail.com. Again, look at your podcast app. My email is there, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Now, we've had a tough week here on the family. Mama is taking care of business down at the hospital with our son, Benjamin. Benjamin's 25 years old, but he's been in the hospital all week. That's the bad news. The good news, as of today, Sunday, he seems to be doing much better. We would really appreciate your prayers. Send your prayers in. Mama would appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. Auntie Judy would appreciate it. I'm going to hope to talk to the Traveling Tiaras later this week. If not this week, then next week. But usually we talk with them here on the podcast, but I'm going to give them a break this week, and we'll talk to them hopefully soon. Until then, I've got Elise Riggle. She is awesome. She did a soloish trip. Why do I say it's a soloish trip? Because she was with a good friend of hers part of the trip. But she did a lot of solo time, and they stayed at the Grand Destino Tower. That is awesome. They had some pixie dust when they checked into the Grand Destino Tower. They did Sangria University. Yeah, check our private Facebook group if you want to know all about Sangria University. That sounds like a lot of fun at a place that I really want to do real soon, which is Three Bridges at the Coronado Resort. I've got a big announcement for you. I'll tell you about that big announcement after the interview with Elise. She also did the Grand Floridian Cafe, some lobster eggs Benedict. Yay! I love the Grand Floridian Cafe. So does Kermit. Thanks, Elise, for telling us all about it. Flower and Garden Boost. Lots of details on the food there. Olivia's Brunch. Paddlefish. Lots of drink and treats talk throughout this podcast. The California Grill. Citrus Swirl. Oh boy, there's there's a controversy there. Get ready for that. We love having that fun with those frosted treats. She does Oga's Trattoria Al Forno breakfast, the tiramisu French toast. Oh my gosh, doesn't that sound just outstanding? The Ale and Compass, not only the Ale and Compass, but an Ale and Compass with a lobster roll. We do a little bit of stories, some hidden magic. Well, she's a recent graduate of the Three Bridges Sangria University, so you know she's a geek. And she's neither Team Dole Whip or Team Citrus Swirl. You're going to find out which team she is on. It's time to go solo-ish. What is that? I don't know. We'll find out. We're going geeking on Walt Disney World. Well, yes, I remember speaking to my next guest after I went through my notes. I was looking for her introduction that we did before. And yes, she is a super geek. She's been on the podcast before. She's a Patreon supporter too. So I was really excited to invite her on to do another trip report. This one was a little different though. She says she loves going to Disney World with her kids, but it sure is fun too to go a little bit by yourself. She didn't really do solo, but she was there with a friend, and she's not on Team Dole Whip or Team Citrus Swirl, but has started a new team with Tom Ellison. I wanted to know what this new team is. We're going to ask her in a second. Dreams of being a pastry chef at Disney when she retires, in quotes, double quotes, in 10 years from her current job. Please give a warm Geek and Family welcome to Elise Riggle. Hey, Elise.
Hi, Kurt. Hi, geeks.
How are you doing? It's great to talk to you tonight. We're coming in wheels a squealing here late at night for us because we're both early morning risers. What time do you get up in the morning, Elise?
I try to stay in bed until 5:15. So I set an alarm for 5:15. Like it's okay to get up now. So
yeah, I'm between 4:30 and 5:30 for sure. I don't even set an alarm because I can't lay in bed either. I got things to do. So great to have you back on the podcast.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Thanks for being a Patreon supporter.
Oh, my pleasure. Easy peasy.
And thanks for going to Disney World because I think you had a great trip. I know last time we talked was, what did you say, 370 something version in back November you went last time?
Yeah, 376, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, we were there in mid-November.
You did some of Universal last time too.
We did, yeah. We did. We did 2.5 days, I think, Universal, and then 3 days or 4 days. No, I think 4 days at Disney.
The Three Caballeros.
That's right.
Well, this time, what was this trip all about, Elise?
It was, so I have a friend who, and I've been calling it a solo-ish trip. So I have a friend that I've known since 1995. She and I went to college together. She and I are in the same sorority. We now both work at the same university, our alma mater. And we both had lots of vacation days that we were no longer accruing them. We needed to do something. And so we went to Disney. Yeah, we went to Disney.
I hear this a lot of times with my Disney geeks. Like, I had nothing to do, so, how about going to Disney? You're like,
right. And she said she's not really a Disney person, although we had some fun Disney moments at Epcot. So she came with me into the parks one day. We did some fun stuff the next day at Grand Destino and at Olivia's. And then she basically just stayed by the pool and she's working on her doctorate. So she was working on like reading and writing papers. And so she just stayed at the hotel for a few days while I went into the parks. And then we, have dinner and
wow, she was working at Disney World. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's missing though. That she doesn't know what she was missing out on. So.
I don't think I could do that. Good on her. And where did you stay?
We stayed at Grand Destino Tower.
First time, I bet.
Yes. I'm never going to stay at a value resort again. I just can't do it. I mean, they're fine, but what a difference. And that tower is beautiful. And we had a pixie dust moment when we first walked in. I put a request in through touring plans for a specific room, and it wasn't ready. And I'm like, I don't want to store the luggage and, go through all that. So I said, well, we'll just take anything, whatever you have. And so the cast member who was helping me, he was on an iPad, just like clicking away, like tapping furiously on the iPad, and he's on the phone. And then he'd say, okay, yes, whatever. And then tap on his iPad again. And then he said to me, do you mind taking one of our deluxe suites?
Yeah, that just doesn't compute right away. Do you mind? Like, why would I mind?
Well, it was a handicap accessible, and they weren't using it. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that we have a bathtub and, whatever. I don't want to take it away from somebody, but if you're not using it, I'm okay with it. So we had a giant room, and it was lovely, and it was just unbelievable how nice the whole place was, but our room especially. So,
well, what makes it a suite, Elise, at the Grand Destino?
Our suite had a room with a king size bed and a giant bathroom. And I think it was probably bigger than a regular suite because it was accessible to the bathroom could have been, you could have put a twin bed in it.
Yeah.
And then we had a living area with a queen plus, because there was a queen size bed and plus a little more, like another couch cushion. So it was huge.
Yeah.
And then, a table and chairs, like a kitchen area. It was a little strange because it had what looked like a kitchen area. So like a counter and not even a Keurig. It was a Nespresso. It was like a fancy.
Wow.
Yeah. But then still like the same little refrigerator.
No wonder you don't got to go back to Pop Century.
I know. Right.
I had old coffee in a coffee pot that was no espresso. I can assure you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd never seen those Nespresso machines. It took me a minute to figure out how to work it.
Would have been great if I got it running, right?
Right. Well, truth be told, I spilled two bottles of water worth of water onto the counter. Because one side of the thing is just to catch the used pods, and the other side is for the water.
I could see myself struggling with this too, especially at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. It was dark, and I'm like, why are my feet getting wet?
Oh my gosh.
So I thought, this is why I can't have nice things.
I got
the water everywhere.
All right. This is way off topic, but this reminds me of a story that my father told me years ago that cracked me up, because he always set his coffee at night, and then when he woke up, it's already there with the timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he says he stumbles in there first thing in the morning, and he's like, the counter is soaking wet and water all over the floor, and the coffee pot is down, along the counter. He goes, how in the world did that coffee pot move from the coffee? Then he realized he never put it underneath there in the first place. He just ran it without putting the pot under there. I was like, yeah. No more. This is where I get it from, Elise. This is what.
You can't be good at everything.
This is the cards I was dealt, Oh my gosh. All right. Coffee's important in the morning, though. The grandest.
Definitely.
So, had you never stayed at a moderate before?
I stayed at Caribbean Beach before it was renovated or whatever. It's been a long time. Oh, and I don't know. I guess it's because I have no long-term memory, perhaps, because I've stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, Port Orleans French Quarter.
Oh, okay.
Other places, but most recently it's just been like Pop Century, and I think All Star, one of them. I don't know. So it's just there's a gap because because I just haven't done it in a while.
Still, I think when you go into one of these gorgeous, even the moderates and Grand Destino. Quite honestly, it's like a deluxe, right? I mean,
definitely.
Don't you get that feeling? It's like, I forgot how grand this place is.
Well, and it's not even, I mean, it's that, but it's the other amenities and the restaurants and all those things compared to, Pop Century. If you're sick of what was in the food court, especially during COVID with the limited menu.
Were the restaurants all open then now at Coronado? No, still
Rick's,
not yet.
Yeah, Rick's and Three Bridges and, not Toledo, the other one, Dahlia, a rooftop bar was open.
Right. So we had this recently, a question. So you have stayed at the Moderates. Where would you rank the Coronado? We had someone in our Facebook group recently asking what they thought. We didn't talk about the Coronado. I can remember on the podcast for years. I don't think it seemed to be like the hidden resort to me, but
it's inconvenient because of the transportation, I think. I mean, twice I got annoyed with the buses, and so I ended up calling a Lyft because I don't know if it, and I'd heard people talking about trouble with transportation. I didn't experience that at POP in November. I've never really felt like transportation's been an issue, but it was pretty bad at Grandestino. So I think that might be why it's not as enticing.
That's kind of where the conversation went in that Facebook group.
Oh, it did?
Discussion. A little bit about that, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't mind a little bit of wait, but yeah, it can be an issue.
Well, I waited for 4 buses at one point.
Oh, that's
I waited
tough.
through 4 buses. And yeah, the one before, they only had room for 2 people. And I thought we were the first bus stop. So I was like, forget this. I'm going to just, and then we ended up taking a Lyft one time we went down to get on the bus. This was the day that Margaret, my friend, came with me. We went down to get on the bus. We waited for a bunch of buses. One bus, 2 people got on and there was no room for anybody else. And I was like, let's take a Lyft to Beach Club. And then instead of going to the front of Epcot, we'll just sneak in because we didn't really want to do Future World. So we went in right at International Gateway, and that worked out better. So it was like $8 or something. So
overall, the Grandestino and the Coronado Resort, what'd you think?
Beautiful. I think it was beautiful. I think it's a great family resort. It's just a little more difficult travel wise. And
all right.
So.
Did you try any of the food on property there at the resort?
So we did, and this is, I think, the one thing that we wanted to make sure we wanted to talk about. If you remember, I just remembered, so I'm going to throw it in while I'm thinking about it. Is the Sangria University? We did that at Three Bridges. So
this came up. I heard this somewhere. Where did I hear this, Elise? On a podcast? Maybe someone mentioned it. This is intriguing.
Yeah, Carl Casavecchio's daughter did it, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then we talked about in that Clubhouse call that you did. Okay. And then, so, and I don't even know, all of the stars aligned and we ended up going. They only do it on Saturdays. You get a little certificate and you taste all 4 of their sangrias. Yeah. And they give you a little house-made guacamole and chips, your own little bowl, so you don't have to share, which is nice. Yes. And then you make your own sangria recipe. And so I really liked the one that I made.
Well, start from, how did you book this, Elise?
Great question.
Oh, thank you.
Because I don't remember. So I tried to... There's an email address. I don't remember what it is.
That's all right. You don't have to come up with it now.
Yeah, there's some email that you send to it's Sangria University, and then you get a letter or you get an email back from them, and it's very cute, like from an admissions counselor. They do it like you're going to college, and so they told us that we were freshmen, and we had to report to class at 2:15 or whatever, and so
you're rookies.
Right. I think it's 45 people or something. And then they seat you, and I didn't really know. In my mind, I kind of pictured like a lab in college. But
like a science lab.
Yeah. But it was
chemistry lab.
Yeah. Yeah. It was sort of, you're mixing a little this, a little that. But they just sat you with so Margaret and I had our own table.
It's not moonshine, Elise. This is sangria. It's a little...
Well, we did some mixing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. How do you make sangria?
Well, so first of all, this is my one takeaway that's a fun fact that I learned. You can't call it sangria unless it's Spanish wine, and maybe all the ingredients are Spanish. So I don't, even that takeaway is a little gray, but, we got to choose whether we wanted sparkling, white, rosé, or red. And then you could choose a liqueur, and then you could choose like fruits and juices and purees and things.
So you are really making your own. Are you following a recipe, or are you just winging it?
You're just winging it. So they let you taste.
What kind of class is this? What kind of instruction? What kind of college is this anyway?
They talked you through like the flight that they had there. They talked you through what was in each one, and they gave you some history and whatever. And so by the time you taste those, you kind of have an idea, I think, of what you want to do. And so
so they make 4 for you so you can learn from those 4.
Right.
And you make your own.
Yeah, what you like and what you don't like, and then you make one based on what you like. So
did you graduate or
I did.
Cum laude? What's the
cum laude?
Yeah. How were your grades?
I think I got all A's. Although I had to take an incomplete on one of them because I did not like the rosé. There was like a strawberry gin in it, and I didn't care for it.
I don't know about the accreditation on this school, but
right,
you could graduate with a incomplete. That's
yeah, that's true. There's a flaw in that, but it was very fun. So
that is so much fun. I heard it's kind of tough to get in. Was there a cost? Well, what was obviously?
It was $45. I said it was 45 people. I don't know how many people were there, but it was $45 a person, which I thought was reasonable because we had.
I love those kinds of things. Something around that. Yeah. All these, I love these little extras, don't you? I mean, I miss with the COVID, we kind of.
Oh, totally.
The great unpleasantness of the last year, we lost some of these things. So it's really cool to hear that they were doing this. It reminds me of the runs they do, Elise. Like I did the beignet run. That's so creative, right?
Right.
And this is, I swear, you got to believe this was the cast members at the Three Bridges. I don't know where they got the idea, but they're working it and they're having fun with it, right?
Right. And it's nice too, because they do it at I think it starts at 2:45 or something, and it goes until 4:30. So it's right before the restaurant opens.
Yeah. Yeah. They're using that time that it'd be pretty much nobody there.
Yeah, and they split the group in 2, and so the one server had one half of the restaurant, the other had the other half, and there was a little bit of competition for when we got a certificate of completion, and she wanted us to cheer real loud. They also had, and to me, this is a wedding thing or a Pinterest thing where they have those boards that you can hold up and it says like I graduated, and so they have a photo op, and we got we got 5 drinks plus chips and guac. For $45, to me, I mean, at Disney prices, really anywhere, that's a good deal. So
a little fun. I think that'd be a great Grand Geek and Gathering event.
Oh, totally. Yeah? But call early because it's gonna. That's the whole place.
Right. Well, yeah, we could probably fill it.
When I wonder if with a big group, if they wouldn't do it some other day.
You're right. If you can get in contact with them that way and say, hey, we can probably fill this thing. Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah,
that is one of the places I want to try. Did you do any other food tasting over at the Three Bridges?
We tried to, but I got back from one of the parks late, and we went over to Three Bridges at like 8:45, and it was a 90-minute wait.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm starving. Yeah. So we went to Rick's sports bar instead.
How was the food over there?
Well, so, I wanted something that was quick and easy. So I got a cheeseburger off of the kids menu and a gin and tonic. It was fine. So I don't know how you mess up that. But actually, they did mess up my gin and tonic. They put cucumber in it, like chunks of cucumber. Oh. And I was like, that didn't come with it. It just didn't take it. Yeah. So anyway, they put someone else's garnish in my drink. So. Oh.
Well, sports bar, they got messed up.
Lots going on. So yeah. So and we did have coffee at the Barcelona Lounge down in the underbelly.
Yeah, that's a nice lounge, right?
Yeah, very nice and very good coffee. And then one night when I was doing something else, Margaret went up to Dahlia on the roof and had the charcuterie board, and she said it was delicious. So
can't go wrong
from up there. Yeah,
can't go wrong with that.
No.
I love that. What a nice addition to Disney World, the Grand Destino Tower.
Well, and I wonder if they put that in there because the Coronado was so far removed from the other moderates that they gave them the carrot to go there.
Yeah, I don't know, because they have the conference. I mean, it's really been kind of the conference center place.
Right.
More than anything else, I would guess.
Right.
But now.
Well, and Three Bridges and Dahlia both had such a nice breeze. I mean, it was hot, like 95.
Yeah.
But it was still very nice because of the awnings or the, the roof and even though it was open air, it was still nice and cool. So.
Sangria University. I'm so glad we covered that. That's important.
Mm-hmm. I'm adding it to my resume.
I'm not sure how far your career is going to go with that, Elise.
That's true.
You give it a try. Let me know how you make out. Because I'll follow you in your endeavors. Follow your path. All right. Let's continue on with food, because that's what we do here at the Geekin' on WDW podcast. Tell me some of the highlights of what. Well, here's the thing. We were talking about you're not going solo. You're with your friend. You're sometimes solo.
Yeah.
And you can kind of eat and do whatever you want, right?
Right. And so that's the difference. I mean, I love my children. I love going to Disney with my children. We have a plan laid out, but they're not as interested in like the festival booths, for example, or the topiaries this time. So it was nice to do some of that. So we went, she came to the park for one day. We went to Epcot and we tried to eat and drink as much as we could because there were so many options. And so we did. We did pretty well.
Epcot's probably going to win in that endeavor.
Yeah.
It's going to beat you down.
Right. Well, and at the end of the night, I realized we hadn't gone to World Showplace, so the Festival of Favorites, and I'm like, we got to stop there. So we finished our day with fried green tomatoes and key lime tarts.
I heard that's a good spot in any of these festivals. Definitely. Yeah. We got good reports from that tent, if you whatever it's called.
Yeah. We tried. So I don't know if you want to talk about everything that I ate or we ate.
Well, I'm going to try. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. We started actually with.
Give me your favorites.
Well, I liked them all.
Okay.
I did have a Dole Whip with coconut rum. That was the first thing we had. Nice. So that was nice and refreshing. It was also, I felt real, I don't know the right word, but after being in this era of COVID and I'm there with my close friend, but we're both, we work in different departments. We live in different towns. We don't see each other that much, but we were without masks with each other. And then we shared this one dish, this one dessert with like 2 spoons. And I thought, are we allowed to do, like, it felt like almost like we were like breaking
lost your guard
mold.
there. Yeah.
So, but then I'm like, this is kind of nice.
Uh-huh.
So,
well, wait a minute. I didn't cover this. You said you're not on Team Dole Whip or Team Citrus Swirl, but you got a new team with Tom Ellison.
Mm-hmm.
What team is that?
Well, I don't know if we're Team Coconut or Team Caca, which I thought sounded gross. But the Cacamora float is a game changer for me. Is that what this is called? No, this was not that. I got that at Magic Kingdom. But no, this was when I was still on Team Dole Whip before my eyes were opened to the coconut soft serve.
Coconut soft serve.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Aloha Isle at Magic Kingdom.
Coconut soft serve. Ooh.
And apparently you can get it swirled with pineapple Dole Whip, which sounds like the way to go. But I'd eaten so many Dole Whip, citrus swirl, coconut soft serve things that I couldn't, even that I love a you float. I had tried all those things, and then I thought I can't do it. I'm going to
ask. Tom joins our Zoom call every week. I got to ask him about this because I've kind of been hearing about this on the fringes, but I don't know that I've had a good explanation. Coconut soft serve. I got to ask Mom about that.
Yeah,
see if she's like, I wonder if is this? Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to remember. It's coconut soft serve because the Cacamora, those coconuts from the Moana movie.
Okay.
I think. So it's coconut soft serve and then like Sprite and blue curacao syrup and then a chocolate cake ball that tastes like a decadent brownie, which doesn't really fit at all, but it looks like a little Cacamora guy. And so it is delicious. Like felt like I was making yummy sounds as I was eating it because it was so. I'm just gonna eat half and then throw it away, but I didn't. I ate all of it.
I know. Mom and Judy and I were just talking about this topic on our Travel and Tierra segment last week as we recorded this. All the creative desserts that, especially I think it's Magic Kingdom. I'm thinking about in that. Definitely there at the what's that booth there? I'm sorry, I forgot already. The
Aloha Isle.
Aloha Isle. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they always seem to have a little special treat there besides the Dole Whip and citrus swirls.
Yeah. Well, and the place I think that has the base, like the pastry extra, all the creative pastries is Creature Comforts at Animal Kingdom. So I like to go in there and figure out and find what they had.
Right, because you aspire to be a pastry chef. Well, maybe your certificate or from.
That's right. Not my current resume, but when I try to do this Disney pastry chef, I'll add Sangria University.
Sangria University might help you with the pastry chef at Disney. I hadn't thought about that.
That's true.
No, so good. Okay, we haven't even got past this dessert yet, but that's fantastic. Let's. Well, I see. I'm going to help you out.
Okay.
Because I got your list here. I saw one that you did the Grand Flow Cafe.
Oh yeah.
Breakfast.
Well, that was a crazy situation too, because I hadn't planned on doing that. In fact, I had a reservation for later in my visit, but I was leaving the Grand Floridian. I was walking up to the monorail station and they closed it. So then I'm like, okay, I'll take the boat. So I go down to the boat and the boat line was crazy. And I'm like, I'm hungry. Well, I'll see if there's anything I can eat while I'm waiting. So I got right into the Grand Floridian Cafe and got the lobster eggs Benedict. And that was wonderful. Like the size of the pieces of lobster on that were just yummy. Yummy.
I've had so many people on the show talk about Grand Flow Cafe, the breakfast especially. And everyone that comes on is like, they didn't have the eggs Benedict. I'm like, that's what it's known for. Right. So I'm so proud of you. This was karma that all the transportation exits were blocked.
Right.
And you ended up with.
It turns out that was when the that truck or whatever hit the monorail. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
So it stopped the monorail and So I couldn't get. I was just exploring the resorts over by the Magic Kingdom, and I was trying to get to the Contemporary Resort.
I want you to know I did not have anything to do with that, just so that you could get eggs Benedict. Although,
well, and if you had, I would have been totally fine with it. Because the other crazy thing that happened with that was that then I ended up taking the boat to the Magic Kingdom and then walking to the Contemporary and kind of walked around there. And then I got a lift back to, actually that night we were staying somewhere else the first night. So when I got in the lift, the guy went to turn left and everything was closed because of the monorail. And so it ended up, this was supposed to be like an 11-minute ride, took 45 minutes or something crazy. But I got to see like the warehouses where all the Christmas stuff is stored. And like, we got into the bowels of Disney. So he kept apologizing. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, you can. This is a geeking thing.
Yeah, I totally geeked out on how, just said geek, on all of like the behind the scenes stuff. So it was pretty cool, but I tend to find the positive in every situation. So that was a good one. So
I love it. I'm over at the pavilions in Epcot now. You did a ice cream martini in France.
Yes. So every time I go to Epcot, I get a raspberry macaroon. I go to the patisserie. I don't go to the ice cream shop. But we wanted to try to do some adult beverages while we were there, and I knew that was in there. So we went into that and I got the ice cream martini, and it was so good. Coconut white chocolate ice cream with whipped cream vodka.
Nice.
It was yummy because it's like two drinks or two treats, because first you get the sundae or the ice cream, and then you get to drink what's left, and so it's a win.
You actually did a great job listing. I'm going to list everything for everybody.
Okay.
Seared scallops and beef tenderloin tips, bayou cocktail and pecan praline, grilled street corn with savory garlic spread and lavender pot de creme, watermelon salad, fried green tomatoes, key lime tart. Oh my gosh, this is decadent.
Yeah, we were there, just so we don't sound like total gluttons. We were there for 11 hours. We almost went back to the room, but then got a second wind and then went back, and we had.
I would have done that for lunch, so I don't. Doesn't bother me.
Napoli for lunch, so it was very.
Yes,
good.
I was going to get to that. So, what'd you have? Yeah, what'd you have at That's one of my favorite places.
Yeah,
too.
we had calamari, and then we had a margarita pizza. They did have a sangria flight, but we skipped it because we were having it the next day. And so I had a pomegranate cosmopolitan.
Very good.
And a very fun server who was from Italy. And so I don't know. I don't know if he's maybe. It gave me hope that maybe people are coming back.
That's actually, yeah. Did you notice just he was an Italian native, or did you notice other servers? Because the college program's definitely not open yet.
Right. I was very much into the eating at Via Napoli, so I don't know.
As you should be.
Yeah. So it was good. And then we went right from there to the Mexico Pavilion and have you seen the video for that margarita that they make with the bubble and then it pops and it smokes and...
No, as you know of me, I don't want to be distracted from the lime frozen margarita, because every time they've tried to do that to me, I've been disappointed.
Yeah. Well, plus it was $31, and I was like,
wow. You didn't get it?
No, but the people beside us got it, so I kind of watched.
You got the show without paying for it.
Right. I got the La Flaca and I didn't realize you could just get and I don't like the frozen ones, no offense, but they give me brain freeze. I do like the regular lime.
I understand.
On the rocks, but I didn't. We went to La Cava del Tequila, and they had all those fancy ones, and so I thought, well, I'll try to do something a little fancy. But I just got the grapefruit.
How was that one?
It was very good, actually. I like, and actually when I was at Grand Floridian Cafe, I got a Paloma, which is grapefruit too. So I like grapefruit and tequila.
Well, at least you didn't do what my friend Glenn Kessler did and get a tomato margarita.
Yeah, those are on the menu now. I know that he got it before they were out, but those are, I think, a watermelon base that they add tomato to. But
I don't know. I'm just teasing them.
Yeah, it sounds great.
We have margarita fights all the time. It's all good fun
to choose from.
Yeah. No, the other one I do like is the avocado one. I really like the avocado.
So I'm allergic to melons, which is a weird thing, but I couldn't have the tomato or the avocado because there's Midori, although that's probably not really melon, but they both have melon stuff in them. All
right. I'm going down. You went to Olivia's for brunch.
Yes.
That's one of our favorite places.
I was good. I got the chicken because everybody talks about the chicken, but the breakfast chicken is different than it's still good, but it wasn't like I'm writing letters.
Well, it wasn't fried chicken. That's what
it was. It was fried chicken, but it was skinny. It wasn't, I don't know. It was just different. So it was very good though. And the waffles were good. And my friend Margaret, she had the crab cake eggs Benedict. And so I got to try some more eggs Benedict, which was very good. I did not love the conch fritters, but I think I would have if they had another few seconds in the fryer. But they just were very gummy inside. So
dinner was at Paddlefish. There was a place I've not been, but I would like to. How'd you make out there?
It was good. It was okay. Their menu, I really like scallops, but there's a scallop shortage at Disney World right now. We realized that.
Kidding.
Yeah, they can't get it in. Crab is difficult, and scallops, I think they said. So I ended up with the crab cake appetizer, and it was good. And I was really on an old fashioned kick while I was there, so I had an old fashioned at Paddlefish also.
What's in the old fashioned? It's a whiskey drink, right?
Yeah, whiskey and bitters
sugar.
and sugar and a cherry. I don't know.
I'm kind of been on a Kentucky bourbon kick. Straight.
Specific kind or?
I'm actually experimenting with different kinds.
I did a trip to Kentucky 2 summers ago and stopped at a place that just accidentally, it was on the road towards Maker's Mart, called Limestone Branch. That's the grandsons of Jim Beam, and they have a rye there. And I didn't even think I liked rye, and still I'm not sure I do, but I like their rye. It's called Minor Case Rye. It's named after one of their relatives. But I highly recommend it. It's very good, and now they sell it. I had to buy it from Kentucky by way of California back to Ohio because of like the laws, the cross state line laws. But now they sell it at my grocery store, so I can get it at Kroger.
Oh wow!
So it's
there's a bonus.
Yeah, totally. So
All right.
Anyway, so paddlefish was good.
I'm looking at Monday in the Animal Kingdom. You had a cheetah moose. You got some snacks here over at Creature Comfort. Where is that Creature Comfort?
It's right on the way. I'm so not very good at. So the Tree of Life is in front of you. You go left, and it's Creature Comfort. It's the Starbucks in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't do so well at finding my way around there. That park, for whatever reason, it confuses me. But yeah, it had a brookie on the bottom and then a dome of mocha mousse. It was huge. It was another one where I thought I'm only going to eat half. And then pretty soon I'm like, I've eaten too much. So.
That's a lot of chocolate there, girl.
Yeah, it was.
Good deal.
And yeah, it was yummy. So.
And you did a Nomad Lounge. 11:30.
Yeah.
That's a good time to go, right?
Yeah. And I rode Safari, and I realized that it was past 11 by the time, because one of the things, this is a tangent, but one of the things that I did this time that I don't often get to do is go through, and I didn't ride a ton of rides, but I got to go through the queues because when I'm there with my sons, we have the disability pass and we just walk right through on the fast pass line.
Yep.
And it was really, some of the queues are fun to walk. Like,
for sure.
I walked through Everest, very cool, to see all that stuff. And so I hadn't done that in a long time. But anyway, I was on Safari, I think, or Everest, and realized it was after 11. And I was like, I got to get over to get in line, get my name in. So
might be odd man out if you're not.
Right. So I went up to the cast member and I said, there's just one of me. Like, how long is it? She's like, oh, just come on. And they stuck me at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
What's a tempting tigress?
You recommended it, actually. But it's probably bourbon.
Me or someone who I might a guest of mine?
It was you, because I always get the Botarita. But this was not it. It was it was like an old fashioned.
Yeah. Gotcha. Very good. A night blossom for the road. Is that a night blossom with a little kick?
No, I didn't. I had enough kick from the tempting tigress. I had been
the regular night blossom. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think they're pretty, and I'd never tried one. It sounded like an odd combination, but it was, and I was thirsty and I wanted something to kind of drink while I walked, which is a nice thing you can now do at Disney because of the masks being lifted. So yeah, I went and got a night blossom from where's that? Pongu Pongu, and walked to the buses with it.
Yeah. Did you like that one?
Yeah, I really did.
It's one of my favorites for sure.
The Violet Lemonade in Epcot was maybe a little bit higher on my list. This one was bigger, and it was hot. So.
Oh, did you do the Violet Lemonade?
Yeah, I guess I didn't write that down, but yeah.
Yeah, I see it, actually.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. I tried to be comprehensive.
You got a lot here. You got real good notes. No, I remember talking about the Violet Lemonade.
Yeah.
That was Selena and Jackie, I believe, talked about that one. And
then the round table you did with Carl's daughter, they talked about it too. One of the girls that she goes with really likes it. Yeah. It was very good. I really wouldn't. They give you just a kind of a small cup, and I was like, oh, bummer. But it was good. You are doing things from the podcast. Things that you heard, what? You're doing things. I'm just like that Violet Lemonade, and yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and I think what it is because I'm like listening to the podcast and then watching like Molly from All Ears and the Disney Food Blog. I see those things, and I'm like, I must have this. Excellent. So I was running around everywhere. Now I want to talk about the California Grill, but right before that, you say a snow angel on the living space carpet of. Sweet per Glenn's suggestion. What is that? Oh, living rooms. Yeah. Yeah. I'm confused on that. So I put in the group that I had a pixie dust moment and got upgraded to this suite. And somebody, and maybe Glenn said it, I don't know, but somebody else. Sounds like something he would say. Well, he definitely suggested the snow angel, and because he said, to take advantage of the space. I'm like, I'm still keeping a pretty good pace at the park. and all around the parks. But he suggested a snow angel, and I thought, well, and actually the reason I did it when I did was because my feet were already sore. So I was going to put my feet up on the couch and lay on the floor to just get some blood out of, you know what I mean? And so I thought, well, let me do this first. It did feel good to kind of just be like, this is my room and it's huge.
I'm spread out. Yeah. And there's no snow, I hope, though.
No snow. It's just a carpet angel.
That's right. All right. California Grill. How did that work out for you? Was that first for you?
Perfect. No. I'd been there before. But it was the last time I went. I think at all the times I've gone before, it's been dark out already because we're waiting for the fireworks. But this time the sun was setting, so you could still see. And actually, I was out on that catwalk, whatever you call it, as the sun went down. And
outdoors.
It was just beautiful watching and seeing everything that you could see and watching the sun go down and the colors change. Did
you get a nice,
gorgeous, beautiful
sunset? That's a great time to go.
Yeah, we got a nice sunset. I was trying to take a picture of it, but picture taking is not necessarily my blessing. So I thought, well, I'm going to store this in my heart. Because I didn't get a great picture. Like, it looks so pretty, and then I look at the picture I took, and I'm like, yeah,
I know. I know it's sometimes not good to be, sometimes I'm not the greatest of photographers, but there's some great sunset colors there, and for sure.
Yeah, it was very pretty. And then the food, of course, was wonderful, and the server was wonderful, and the service was wonderful. And we were right near the kitchen, so I could see outside to see the sunset, but then I could also look in and see all the work in the kitchen, which I love that open kitchen thing.
I do too, yeah.
And I was very near the expediter, so it was cool to watch that happen.
Did you ever do flying fish?
No, and actually I didn't even know where it was until this trip. I saw it, but it looks like it's deserted. I thought maybe that we would notice, like,
yeah, I don't think it's open yet.
No, it's definitely not. But, you saw some people working on different things. But I thought, well, I would give you a report on flying fish, but there's nothing to report.
Well, other than it's still closed, right?
Yeah.
And
the sign's still up.
That's good. Yeah, they haven't moved. No, and they have that open kitchen.
Oh, they do
too. So that's why it made me think of it. But oak-fired fillet of beef for Elise.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I really love a ribeye, and they have a ribeye on their menu. But as we've talked about, I'd eaten my way through Epcot.
Oh, the same day.
We have dinner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we did an Animal Kingdom where I had the giant cheetah moose. That's how I started my day. Then I hopped over to Epcot and had the Vita Lemonade, and I didn't eat nearly as much the half day at Epcot, but I didn't have it in me to eat a whole ribeye, and so I got the filet, and it was good. And the potatoes with it were like mixed with Gruyere cheese, and there was asparagus with this like blueberry gastrique. It was good. It was so good. And Margaret's got pasta because it was homemade pasta with seasonal roasted vegetables, and she really liked that. I tasted it, but I was like, mine's better. Who gets pasta when there's a filet and a ribeye? But the goat cheese ravioli was really good too. All of it was good.
Sounds great. Great place. One of our favorites for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to drop down to a little dessert the next day, because I want to know, you said you finally tried a citrus swirl. Give it to me straight, kid.
It tastes like frozen orange juice concentrate. I'm so sorry, but I don't love it.
I somehow knew this was happening.
I do think after I
like frozen orange juice concentrate.
Well, it's lucky because you could have it in Connecticut. You could just go you could just go to your grocery store and get
it's probably
you don't need to wait for Disney. I think I've had it before. I thought that I hadn't, but I must have had it when I was a kid or something, because it tasted familiar. Yeah, it's of all the things I tried, all the frozen treats, that was But the only thing I liked less than that was the I Lava You float. And only because I kept spilling it on myself. I kept getting mad. I don't know why. I kept 3 times I spilled it on myself.
Isn't that red too?
Yeah. Yeah.
With a white t-shirt.
I was like, thankfully, I don't know anybody. I tried to connect with some geeks, but that didn't work out. So I was like, well.
So then your favorite is the Kakamora float.
Yes.
With the coconut.
Yes.
We talked about that one.
Cake pop.
Cake pop.
Yeah.
All right. Did you go to Geyser Point?
I did, because one of my goals for this trip was to explore all of the deluxe resorts, because I told my boys, that we're going to stay at a deluxe resort the next time we go. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's a good goal.
Yeah.
But the problem is I can't decide which one that I like. So I thought, and, I think if we go, I know it's not Animal Kingdom. That was my least favorite. But it also, I was only in a small part of that because I went to Sanaa. Did we skip that? I don't know when I went there, but I did go to Animal Kingdom Lodge and got the Sanaa bread service one day also. But Wilderness Lodge at Christmas is I think that's where I'd like to stay if we go at Christmas time. But so I went over there to explore, and I thought, I'm going to get, really what did it for me was that on Geyser Point's menu, they had the grapefruit beer. And then I'm like, oh, I really like that. So and then I thought, people have talked about, and on the podcast and on the Facebook group, they've talked about the brisket dip. And so I got the brisket nachos or whatever they were called, and a grapefruit beer. I'm obsessed with this grapefruit beer. In fact, I'm drinking one right now.
I did.
They have it in my grocery store.
Yes. We can get it out here in the wild. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I usually do that. Like I come back from Disney and there's something that I'm stuck on. Sometimes Tonga toast. This time it's beer. So
is the German Pavilion one of your favorites?
No.
They do have the grapefruit beer there though.
That's why I like that.
Wait, I think you got the caramel corn there too.
I did. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, yeah. So I guess because
you like it better than you think you do.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. Now that you say that, they got the caramel corn and Summerfest with the grapefruit beer. So because there's something about draft beer that's better than cans or bottles. But at Wilderness Lodge, I had it in a can, and it was also, it worked. It worked.
You did Oga's too.
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
just think of Oga's.
I liked it. I got the fuzzy tauntaun. It was weird, but it was good.
Things got a little weird.
Yeah, but the whole vibe in there is cool, and the DJ truth be told, I still haven't watched all the Star Wars movies. The guy behind us, a cast member, he was playing a part. I don't know what part, but he kept, it was funny. I think that there's a whole piece of it that I know that I was missing, but I still had a good time. And he kept saying, like, he kept making little comments about, this person and that. They kept calling us travelers. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, if I knew the backstory, this would be even better. But it was cool.
Awesome. And I'm just going to finish up food, I think, here, unless I missed something. Sure. Oh, I had it in front of me. Oh, the Trattoria El Forno. You were there for breakfast.
Yes. The last day I went to 2 table service meals, and I was only there for half a day, but I had heard good things about it. I wanted to explore the boardwalk, and so I went over there and had their tiramisu. And actually, Tony Ann was talking about...
That sounds really good. Tiramisu-styled French toast.
Yeah. It was good. And their iced coffee was very good.
I love tiramisu.
Me too.
And I like French toast, too. That sounds...
Exactly. It's a win-win.
Good gosh. They get so many creative things at Disney World.
Yeah, because the... instead of like just butter, they had mascarpone, like a mascarpone spread. It was good.
Nice. Did I cover all the food there?
Well,
Elise, what did I miss?
Really. We went to Allen, where is it? I don't see it.
Ale and Compass.
Ale, I couldn't find it. Ale and Compass.
I just saw it
for lunch on the way out. So I started my trip with the lobster eggs Benedict, and I finished it with a lobster roll.
Well, you got to tell us, how was the lobster roll at the Yacht Club's Ale and Compass? Yeah, good
Delicious.
Size.
Oh yeah.
What was the style? Was it mayonnaise or butter?
Mayonnaise.
All right.
But I can't think about that because I don't like mayonnaise, but I like it.
As long as it's not,
it's gotta
overdoing.
be mixed with something. Yeah. And it was actually so big that I ended up doing I took a couple bites of it, but then I ended up just eating the lobster because that's my problem with a lobster roll. Sometimes it's too much roll.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there was so much lobster that I just was.
Well, there's another good problem to have.
Yeah. And I got a mimosa, and she gave me a straw. Our server, apparently, here's a fun fact: at Ale and Compass, the servers have to make their own drinks, or at least they do right now. Maybe there's a cast member shortage. And she's like, "I gave you the biggest strawberry, honey," and it was huge. It was like the size of not a baseball, but pretty. Bigger than
strawberry.
A ping pong ball. It was huge, and I'm like, the glass is not going to sustain this. So it felt like a win.
Nice. Good.
Free dessert.
Excellent way to end your food excursions. Yeah. All right. Let's get off the food and into some of my questions.
Okay.
Did you splurge on anything?
The food. That's the table service meals. I don't usually do all of that, especially California Grill. That's a splurge. I also was really trying to find a nice souvenir for my children, but I ended up finding things for me. So I got some earrings from Pandora, earrings that are Mickey and Minnie. And I got super into Loungefly bags. I haven't been able to pick one, but I have a list that I want. And then, the room looked like a splurge, but it really wasn't. But it felt like a luxury vacation because of the suite.
That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Tell me some fun stories. You got a couple of bullets here.
Yeah. Well, there's some we already covered, but the fun thing was that my friend that I went with, she doesn't do rides, but she loved Soarin'. So she wanted to go on Soarin'. She remembered it because she took her kids when they were little. So we're on it and she's going, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, look down. Like you can see we're like 8 feet. I don't know. I'm not very good at distance. Like we're 8 feet in the air. Like she's holding on to the armrest, like white knuckled, yelling. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard because, they just tilted a little bit and she's screaming. And then we did Frozen Ever because I told my boys I'm doing all the princess stuff. Well, when they're not there, I'm doing all the princess stuff. So I said, we got to go on Frozen Ever After. And so she's like, is it like scary? so we would, I'm like, oh, I hear a waterfall. And it would be like, just boop, you go down a little hill. Yeah. But she'd be like, okay. Gosh. It was the best. So I thought it was like.
She'd never been on it. Yeah.
No, she'd never been on it. And it was like almost like going with a little kid because she's so excited. Now, this woman is the only female vice president at our university. She is in charge. She's a boss. Yeah. But she was a mess on Frozen Ever After. So
you got something to hold up against her now. Yeah.
So that was very funny. Uh-huh. I had a moment with a cast member when they were showing me. Because the other thing I did was the Ariel's, whatever it's called, undersea adventure in Magic Kingdom. Yep. And I knew that there was the Steamboat Willie hidden Mickey, but I'd never been able to find it. And I can't almost even get my boys to go to Fantasyland. And so I was standing there and I asked somebody to show it to me and they're like, okay. And then once you see it, you can't really unsee it.
Explain where it is. Yeah, we've talked about this as a hidden magic thing.
So I'm going to say it's somewhere. It's outside of the Ariel's ride.
In the queue, right?
Kind of near the exit, I think. Okay. At least now, I don't know if it's a different kind of line in regular times, but I don't feel like we were in the line but it was part of the outside rocky stuff.
Yeah.
And you can see the wheel, and you can see like the buttons on his pants, and you can see it's in 3 or 4 different rocks. And I was so excited when I finally saw it, because it had been several trips where I'm going, I don't see it. I don't see it. And so finally, so that was a big moment for me. Nobody to tell it to, but
where did you learn about that?
Who knows?
You'd heard about it somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that was the other thing during my trip. I was on the lookout for hidden Mickeys specifically, because I thought it would help me slow down and see things instead of running around crazy like we do. Because that's one of the challenges with the disability pass. You kind of have to run here and then run there, wherever. So we don't ever slow down. I didn't realize there was a miniature train set is that in Germany or Norway? In Epcot.
Germany. Yeah.
I'd never seen that before, because we're always running through there.
Wow. That's
so it shows like how I need to slow it down. So that was one of my big takeaways from the trip. You can't, and I know you can't see everything every time, but we have so many things that we want to do every time that we lose track of appreciating the things or finding new things. And so I'm going to be much more intentional about that. So
for sure. If you've missed the train at Germany.
Well, and I will say, though, the last few times I've gone, it's been during Food and Wine. And so it's been very crowded, but it's probably not crowded there. Like, there's no reason for it to be extra crowded there, because it's not even near a festival booth. So yeah. So I need to, and that's a good life lesson for me. Like, stop and smell the roses.
Yeah. For all of us, that is, yes.
Yeah.
Mindfulness is the word, for sure.
Right.
Don't wish for something.
Right.
If you've already got a lot already.
That's right.
How about something that was we'll do the overrated, underrated. Elise, what's something that on this trip you thought was overrated that you heard about?
So as I mentioned, that every trip I usually get the raspberry macaroon with the lime cream and the fresh raspberries from the French patisserie every time. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So this time, my first day at Epcot, we got the ice cream martinis, and I'm like, I'll be back for you, macaroon. But then the next time I went, I had a friend who had done the college program when we were in college, another sorority sister, who said, you have to try the Napoleon. I'm like, okay. So I thought maybe I'll love it.
Oh, I hate being in between. Yeah, I hate being in between, and then sorry you chose the one you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happened. So I like, it was way too sweet for me. I know lots of people love it. The people next to me were raving about it, and I was tempted to say, here, take mine. But, that's germs. So I think that Napoleon is overrated.
What is a Napoleon?
I don't know. It's like some crunchy layer, and then a cream layer, and then a crunchy layer, and then a super sweet layer on top.
Gotcha.
It's a fancy French pastry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what was underrated?
Well, I don't have a good one for this, because I really try to, even though apparently I bust through things and I don't pay attention, I do try to find the joy in the things that I find. So I don't often think things are underrated at Disney, but I think the solo trip, I know lots of people do it, lots of people talk about it, but it was, now mine was solo-ish, because I had one day she was in the parks with me, and then 3 or 4 days where she wasn't.
But you had quite a bit of solo time though, didn't you? I had
a lot of solo time, and apparently turns out I fill that time with snacks and wandering. So it was, even though by the end of my trip, I had gone 10 plus miles. I had blisters on the bottom of my feet from, I don't know how that happened, but my feet really hurt, and I was tired and hot. It was it was just what I needed, just what my spirit needed, I think, to just after a crazy year at the college where I work, and a crazy time, and a lot of parenting.
A little time for yourself.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't think going to a theme park you would enjoy being alone. But I think most of the people in my group, we've been talking, this has been a theme, I think, this year. And I thought it was something that stood out to us at the Grand Geek Gathering. We had a lot of people that came. They knew they would meet other people. They met some of them virtually. They participate in our Facebook group, or maybe they've met before in the past. They're totally cool going solo. They're like, we talk about this a lot. And yeah, I think when Mom and I and Judy talked about this, there's some, you can definitely keep yourself stimulated or act. There's lots of things to do by yourself when you're at Disney World.
Yeah, and I rode very few rides, but I was prepared. And, most of the rides that I did ride had a queue that was interesting, but I got in line for Pirates, and it was a lot of plexiglass for a long time. And so I had already downloaded a book onto my phone. And so I was just reading my book as I walked along in the line. And so that was really the only, and I didn't mind that. So, cause it's still, I don't know if it's because of the mask. Well, I know it is. It's the people wear masks, and it's sometimes hard to hear, especially in Pirates, because there's a roof, and so the noise is just, I can't explain it, but it's harder for me to hear when instead of regular outside. So I thought, I'm not going to talk to anybody anyway. I'll just read my book as I'm walking, and so. And then we got to the props and things, and I thought, I can look now, like there's things to look at. So, but I wanted to have a backup plan if I was caught somewhere where I started to feel, because I'm not very confident, I guess. And so if I started to feel self-conscious or was somehow embarrassed about being solo, I wanted to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
So, and that was it. So I read a little bit at the Grand Floridian Cafe, and I read a little in line for Pirates, but that was it. So and I would go back again and again on a solo trip. I would not be my children's favorite person, leaving them at home, but it was really, really nice.
I know. I wish you could come to the Grand Geek Gathering.
Well, that's our plan. Our plan is to come to our next trip will be in February. So that I'm going to bring the boys with me.
Yeah.
And
the great thing about our event is you can go off and do stuff if you obviously together with them. We don't try to have too many events, but you can pick and choose what you want to go to or go to them all. But you'll definitely make friends, and I think you'll make some lifetime friends if you hang out with our group. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's definitely in our plans. So
I noticed here you said you did a lot of new things. So we're getting ready to finish up here, but can you think of some of the new things that you did on this trip that we hadn't talked about?
Well, Olga's was new. It took me a few trips to get a reservation for that. Lots of the restaurants I hadn't been to before. That's always
what we're looking for. Food-related new things to do, and that's always on my list.
And truly, my hope was to get it Cinderella's Royal Table, because, again, my boys aren't big on the princesses. But
the Grand Destino was new, and now, I don't know. You're worried that you may never get back to a value resort, huh?
That's a fact. I'd rather skip a trip, I think. I'd rather go less and stay at a moderate or deluxe resort. Now I mentioned this in the group that I've been debating about Vacation Club, Disney Vacation Club for, on my honeymoon is when we did when we toured one. So that was 21 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've been debating it, and by now it would be like paid for, but that's always been I'm going to do it. But I'm getting to a point where I just wait till my son does it. Maybe I'll get him into it. He's 13, but
Nice. Well, I know you went in November. You went in, when was this trip? Just a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, May. I got back the 26th, so 21st through the 26th, I was there.
Well, let's finish up with this. Any difference that you noticed in the COVID restrictions, or what was the difference between the two trips?
The biggest thing was the crowds. There were definitely more people, and I know that they said that they're increasing the number of people that they can let in, but they're not talking about really what it was.
Yeah, they're not. My mom and I were talking about this last night, because when I was there in February, I was like, "This is no way 35% capacity." It looks normal to me.
Yeah, well, and it looked, I mean, in November, it definitely was pretty deserted. But
Yep. I remember us talking about that.
yeah, but in May, and I guess maybe too, because people were there for Memorial Day, and I know that's people,
Sure.
School's getting out, whatever. It was very crowded in the Magic Kingdom. It was very crowded everywhere. So that was a difference. And the cast members weren't as, they didn't seem as stressed out. They weren't holding the signs about wearing your mask, because a few days before I got there is when they said you could, you didn't have to wear them if you were outside.
Yep. So, you were there for that announcement.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the cast members seemed more relaxed. There was less plexiglass. There was longer, the lines were longer, and there was less space between.
Yeah.
You were supposed to still leave space, but lots of people seem to forget that. Now I could be that just because I was moving around a lot, but I thought there were fewer cavalcades and flotillas. I didn't see nearly as many as I did.
Okay.
The in November. So, and then the other thing that I noticed, they got rid of they had these gray plastic hand washing stations that I couldn't even figure out when we were there in November. And they got rid of those, but they still have a lot of the hand sanitizers on sticks, everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
They still had the limited menus, limited restaurants, limited reservations.
Yeah.
So there's still definitely some stuff that I'm hoping will open up soon.
I know. We've got big hopes for things to open up even more. It sounds like we're starting to get there, Elise. It's very encouraging.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, you had a good trip. I'm glad you got a chance to go by yourself a little bit, kind of. And
yeah, I kind of liked it.
It's these things we do, and then you're like, why didn't I ever do this ever before?
Right.
I understand. I've had that thought myself many times on different things for Disney World.
For sure.
Well, again, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a Patreon supporter. I hope you stay. I got a pretty good idea you're going to stay listening. You got, 100 more episodes to listen to, and you'll have the whole thing.
Yeah. Just 100.
Know my whole history.
It doesn't stick, so I can
start okay. Yeah, me either. Very good. Well, let me know when you go back. Well, maybe I'll see you next time we're down there.
Yeah, we're hoping. So we go back and because the geeks have been so supportive of my journey with my kids, I'll share with you that we have what I hope is our final court thing at the end of June. And so by then, hopefully, we'll have child support and we'll have medical things covered. We'll have lots of things that I've had to do that I shouldn't have to do by myself that will allow for more excursions. So,
well, best of luck to you on a personal note. And I hope we do get to see you next February. We'll have some fun. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure.
Take care.
All right. Thanks, Kurt.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Oh, Elise, great job doing your trip report, a solo trip report. I love it. Thanks for coming on the podcast. You did a great job, as always. And great job from Cousin Heather doing the intro. That was from a year ago. Cousin Heather is a great friend of the show. I think she's going to the Grand Geek Gathering, too. But before I tell you about that, let's talk about intros for the Geekin' podcast. You can create an intro for us too, just like Cousin Heather. It's fun. I can suggest just tell us your name, where you're from, a Disney World fact or two about yourself, and you go Geekin' on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. Email those to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Again, look at your podcast app, and my email is in the show notes. Yeah, we got a Grand Geek Gathering coming up. It's the third one. It's coming February 4th. That's a Thursday through like the 9th. What is that? A Tuesday? Basically that weekend. February 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th down at the Disney World parks. We're going to have like 100 super geeks down at the parks, including Kevin Curtis Allen, Glenn Kessler, me. We're going to have a real good time. Come down and see us. You know you want to go to Disney World and see lots of Disney World geeks just like you. It's so much fun. Come join us. The Grand Geek Gathering, February 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th down in the Disney World parks. Get into our private Facebook group if you want to know the details and catch our planning as it continues. We meet every single Wednesday, sometimes Thursdays. We're planning the Grand Gathering every week with a group of friends, and I'd love to see you down there. I'll be there. I'm going to be staying with Glenn Kessler in a room that he's booked for me. And I can't wait to go and see you also down there. So let me know if you're going to be there. Message me. I'll get you in the private Facebook group. Oh, I've got some really fun news. I've got a free trip to Disney World. I don't know how else to say it. I got to contribute this to being a Disney World podcaster because I talk about Disney all the time, no matter where I am. And I was at a wedding last fall. My son Harry got married, and I was talking about my podcast. I do a podcast about Disney World, and I love going to Disney World, and I'm an expert in Disney World. And my son's father-in-law messaged me this week and said he needs a Disney World expert. And he's wondering if I was a Disney World expert because his wife cannot take part in a free trip to Disney World this fall in October, like October 8th, the second week after the 50th celebration of Disney World begins. I was like, I am your man. So if you're going to be down at Disney World, October 8th through the 12th, let me know. I'll have a private messenger group going on. I'm going down there. I just got to pay for, I don't even know if I got to pay for some food. I've got a free flight. I got park tickets. I'm going with a good friend of mine who's a family member, my friend John. So I am, wow, what a great surprise, huh? I'm going back to Disney World in the fall for the 50th celebration. So if you're down there when I'm down there, let's say hello. Contact me. I know some solo ladies group people are going to be down there. If you're into the solo Geekin' family ladies group, definitely let's talk about meeting up when I'm down there. We'll talk more as we get closer to those dates, but that is really exciting. You know what else is really exciting? All you guys that support the podcast through patreon.com, look for Geekin' on WDW. Thanks so much. I had a new listener join patreon.com. Her name is Danielle Wilson. Thank you, Danielle, for joining patreon.com and supporting the podcast. I really appreciate it. I am so excited for all you guys that donate your trust and your support for the podcast. Thank you so much. You don't have no idea how much I appreciate those of you that support us through patreon.com. I like to put out a bonus audio, another podcast for my patreon.com supporters. This week I put out a recording that is the last coffee walk. That's where I walk along the resort early in the morning. You know, I like to get up early. Early in the morning is like my favorite time. Coffee is my favorite thing. Talking to you guys is just something I really enjoy doing. I do it every time I'm down in Disney World. I tell you what's been going on. It's the last one from G3. I got one more recording, though, coming out pretty soon. I'm also putting out those recordings from our Zoom calls, which if you love just hearing a bunch of geeks talking like Disney World, like just over each other and all kinds of topics, I'll try to get them organized and do better as I've run out of G3 recordings, but I love releasing those live recordings for you guys. This one was a lot of fun. Plus, any of that extra chatter from the regular weekly podcast is going to be in my episodes on patreon.com. Look for Geekin' on WDW, and thank you again for all of those supporters out there, over 60 supporters. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting our travel agency, the Traveling Tiaras, Mama and Auntie Judy. Judy, thank you so much for supporting Mom as she's been in the hospital with my son Ben all this week, and we had some good news with Ben. I'm hoping he's going to be coming home soon. That will be so good. But thank you so much for those of you that support our Traveling Tiaras. Thank you to Judy for supporting the travel agency as Mom's been tied up in the hospital this week. But love you guys. Thank you for everyone who's been praying for us. And, you know, say a few more prayers for my son Benjamin and Mama too, who's been, you know, doing the mom thing. down at the hospital. So I appreciate you guys. I'll go pick her up from the hospital soon here on a Sunday. And yeah, it's been a tough week, but we are excited that you guys support us all the time because we are a family and we love supporting your family trips to Disney World because we're committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. Reach out to me, reach out to the Traveling Tiaras, look on your podcast app for emails, travelingtiaras@gmail.com, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day because we love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.